Oh my God. Oh my God, my gorgeous Virgo. At the beginning of this week, you are going to have like not one, but two completely unexpected situations that are going to happen to you. Okay? An unexpected situation, number one, that is going to happen to you, it is just going to really kind of surprise you. It's going to make you aware of things that you weren't aware, but most importantly, it's just going to make you feel just like a little bit like kind of spaced out, because at that moment in time when that happens, you will know that there are so many different parts of your life that are actually going to be affected, not in a negative way, not in a bad way, but you will know that pretty much so direct actions from you are going to be required after this moment in time. And you need to be strong, you need to be courageous, you need to be like pretty much so, you need to understand that you need to kind of stay grounded and stay centered, and the only way to stay grounded and centered is by being strong and confident with what it's actually happening in your life. This is meant to happen, this needs to happen. I'm not saying that a bad or negative situation needs to happen in your life, my gorgeous Virgolini. No baby, no. I'm saying that this is going to be the part of your breakthrough, and I will explain everything one step at a time. So the first situation at the beginning of this week, it's gonna like kind of blow you away. It's gonna like kind of a little bit show you out of balance, but purely because you will know that there is so much that is gonna start changing after that moment in time, but you are the only one, my gorgeous Virgolini, who can actually do something about it. Just remember, your life, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's yours to live. So it's when it comes to making these important decisions, so you're gonna be left with absolutely no option but to think, what are you gonna do next at this stage of your life? So this unexpected situation, it's like of course that I'm talking about a bit of a tower moment, which is gonna be to do with the situation which is gonna surprise you completely out of the blue, completely unexpectedly. But deep down, deep within, my gorgeous Virgolini, you are actually going to be excited about this, because it's going to kind of give you like a kick up your bum. No, please don't get me wrong. It's gonna really kind of give you this kick up your bum when you need it the most, because it's just like deep down, deep within your subconscious mind, almost as if you were like kind of hoping for some kind of situation like this to happen in order for you to start moving on with your life, because you're gonna like kind of be left with no option but to move on. So this is actually going to be good, but the only thing that it's like maybe just like a kind of negative when it comes to this specific tower situation, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's only because the couple of people you are kind of feel, you are gonna kind of feel not betrayed by a couple of people, but a couple of people are going to kind of disappoint you. But it doesn't matter. This is all part of the process, part of the progress. So when it comes to that unexpected situation, you know, at the beginning of the week, my gorgeous Virgolini, you just need to understand that this is actually meant to happen. And also, like I'm telling you, you will like kind of like hoping that this is actually going to take place. So you are naturally not gonna be left with no option but to move on with your life. But it's not only about moving on with your life, it's just like really continuing on your important spiritual journey. But you need to understand that this is actually going to readjust you, and it's not only going to bring you the path of happiness into your life, but it's also going to reflect on your emotions, on your general happiness, and on your finances, and on you doing the best possible thing. So when people tell me like, oh, the tower card is not good, blah blah blah, no baby, no. The tower card can be like a really, which is an unexpected situation, you know, but the tower card, it's not necessarily always bad. When it comes to you, my gorgeous Virgolini, this is actually really good, because it's just going to really contribute towards you having a final push, not final push, but like really important, huge, massive push towards, you know, the stage and the path of your life that it's not happening like for the first time or anything like that, but it's also like kind of going to help you to reconnect yourself with yourself and to follow the path that you like are having on your mind quite a lot, to follow the path that was slowed down, to follow the path that, you know, was flowing, it's to do with the part of your life that was going really nicely, really fast, really quick, but then again, it's just something happened over the last 2 or 3 years, and then it kind of got slowed down so much, and you almost like got used to it, you know, being slowed down, and you have found and discovered and rediscovered yourself with so many different aspects of your life, which was meant to be, it was meant to happen, because you had to learn certain things along the way before you start this big mama here, before you start this big journey. So it's to do with reconnection with yourself, but it is to do with you also continuing on an important journey that is so strongly connected to your spirit, so strongly connected to your soul, that it's going to be almost impossible for you to ignore this. So you will know exactly what this is. A reconnection, baby. A big, massive reconnection. And that in itself, as I said, it's going to leave you like with absolutely, sorry, my gorgeous Plantini, absolutely with no choice but to think, you know, what you're going to do next, to carry on with your plans. You know, you're going to find yourself at a very, very interesting stage and the interesting beginning of your life when you didn't kind of expect it, but then at the same time, as I said, you know, almost as if you were hoping that this is actually going to happen. So at the beginning of the week, naturally, you're going to find yourself like kind of planning and thinking and being inspired, and you're gonna have so much on your mind, and there are going to be so many elements also of like, oh my god, you're gonna find yourself being so enthusiastic, but at the same time you're gonna find yourself like kind of thinking about people in your past, thinking about the people you haven't seen in a long time. You're gonna kind of think a lot about your childhood. There is so much that you're gonna be kind of thinking about, but at the same time you're gonna understand that, you know, the reason why you're thinking about so much about certain aspects of your life from a long time ago, it's because of that happiness, because of that happy stage that you were in. I'm not saying that you were miserable and sad, but I'm just telling you that like when you kind of drift back into your past and you're kind of suddenly like kind of feeling so much about the people you haven't seen in a long time that mean to you so much, but also when you're drifting into your childhood, just remember that there is something that you need to know, something that, you know, very strong part of your life, it's missing, and this is how this is going to be answered to you. There is something that you need to bring into your life. There's so many elements from the past that you're going to need to bring in. Now you can get back to me and say like, oh no baby, no, I've got nothing to do with my past. This is nothing to do with the actual past as such. This is nothing to do with you going back to where you were, going back to what you used to do. No baby, no, but it's with the certain elements of your past being the part of your revelation, being revealed to you and making you aware of certain aspects that are going to be playing an important role, an important stage when it comes to you really kind of starting to plan and think, because you will be able to pick up on certain points that are kind of that you feel very strongly connected to, but they're missing. Some of the points are going to come through the actual emotions and love and the people in your life, and some of the points are going to come as well when it comes to the general happiness, when it comes to things that you used to do, when it comes to things that you used to enjoy at the happiest time or at the happiest stage of your life. This is all part of this readjustment, but it's also at the same time all going to be kind of like connected to your own truth. You see here? Some kind of truth about yourself, it's going to be revealed like this at the time when you need it the most, my gorgeous Virgolini, indeed. So of course that this is going to be important, and I'm talking about the stage and the period in between the 17th and the 23rd of October 2022, of course. So this is the time of the actual healing, which is going to start at that moment in time, the healing progress as well. And you remember what I said to you at the beginning. I said the first stage is there are two unexpected like events, unexpected situations that are going to take place and they're going to blow you away. So I started with that like kind of like a negative, but it's not really. Okay, so it's a bit of a yin-yang moment, you know, in every good there is a bad, in every bad there is a good type of thing, do you know what I mean? But then I said there were two situations. So a couple of days later, there is another situation that you are going to have, and the another situation that you are going to have a couple of days later, it's gonna happen completely out of the blue again when you least expect it. You are going to be surrounded by few people. Maybe it's gonna be two people, maybe it's gonna be three people, maybe it's going to be four people. You are going to be surrounded by few people, but something is going to happen completely unexpectedly, and you are going to be like some kind of part of some kind of collaboration where you're going to realize so much about yourself and about what's happening around you. But also you are kind of going to realize when it comes to this like kind of collaboration, what am I actually meaning here is like you're going to realize how every single person is playing like a specific role, and this in itself is going to be quite a lot on your mind. But I repeat that situation is going to happen completely unexpectedly, okay? So completely unplanned. So maybe you will be on your way to the shop and then you just end up going somewhere else, do you know what I mean? But you are going to find yourself being surrounded by the people, and it's not only about this energy and vibration that you're going to pick up from them that it's so important, but something it's going to inspire you like so much. So on one hand, you're going to be thinking a lot about, wow, collaboration, but you're also going to realize how every single person is playing a specific role, and then it's going to come on you, and then you're going to realize you're going to be inspired through these people. Someone in particular, it's going to inspire you, my goodness, and this is going to surprise you, and this is the surprising situation that I'm talking about, because absolutely mind-blowing skill about yourself, it's actually going to be highlighted. So in inspiration, what you're going to realize through these people is something about yourself. You're going to go like, well, spiritual at that moment in time, but most importantly, there is some kind of sacred skill almost, yeah baby, sacred skill that you're gonna realize about yourself. And this is the mind-blowing situation, unexpected situation that is actually going to happen here, because it's not only about you realizing something so powerful about yourself, some kind of skill that you're gonna be able to connect to like there is no tomorrow, but this is also bringing you quite powerful a spiritual key. I'm telling you that this is very strongly connected to your destiny, my gorgeous Virgolini. So this is important. It's meant to happen at this moment in time, but it needs to have this certain level of like a surprise, because the level of surprise that you're going to have as in an unexpected situation also kind of makes you to respond in a different way, rather than you kind of over-analyzing something. Over-analyzation is terrible, especially when it comes to us Virgolinis. You know, we love to overanalyze sometimes, but that can, you know, that can be just like not really good, especially when it comes to like a situation like this. Indeed, so this in itself is bringing you a really important spiritual key, which is going to like kind of unlock. You will understand what key to use to unlock many doors after this moment in time. Okay, it's going to make you aware. You're going to become aware of something so special about yourself. But most importantly, the spiritual key is going to really lead towards you realizing, oh my God, I'm going to be able to open so many doors after this moment in time. And my gorgeous Virgolini, you're going to be left with absolutely no option but to make a really important decision here. This decision is just like, you need to understand this important decision that you're going to need to make. It's not gonna be easy, because you will know, oh my God, it's gonna be hard work. A lot is gonna be happening. Maybe even some kind of traveling or journey. It's very much so highlighted here, you know, some kind of traveling and journey. But you will know that this is going to become a really busy time of your life. So something about and there are lots of elements of the unknown that are going to become obvious here, that are going to kind of maybe just put you off a little bit. But no, baby, you must not let that put you off. This is exactly meant to happen here, so do not let that put you off. So you are gonna naturally realize like some kind of really important decision that you're gonna make. And when I said important decision, I know, but it's to do with your development, it's to do with your life in general. It's all boiling down and it's all leading towards you making the necessary step at this stage in your life. Because if you don't make the necessary step at this stage in your life, oh Lord, things are going to be just really slow. Things are just going to become slower and slower and slower, and you're going to get lost in the actual world of uncertainty. And when we feel uncertain, then our energy, it's like kind of taken away from us. Our vibration is being tampered with, and that means that we kind of slow down in terms of like not feeling energized enough in order to take big projects on. How much is in our mind, like our optimism and it's our drive, and as soon as we feel negative, we put all sorts of barriers in front of us and the successful time ahead. So it's all about our mind. If we think negatively, we slow ourselves down, we lock many doors, like no baby, no. So be open-minded as much as you possibly can. And if you do feel nervous or negative, just remember this is the part of the process, progress. This is your breakthroughs. And every single time when we are going through a breakthrough like this, my gorgeous Virgolini, there are challenges, ahead. And your challenge here is just to be strong and to need to understand that you are going to need to make an important decision when it comes your development. But what is going to scare you, it's like, the amount of changes. Now this is needed, this is important, because you are this is like a promotion of your life. You going on the next stage, next level. What do you think you should do next? Okay, and you will see the way things are going to unfold, the way things are going to develop. This is brilliant. This is the part of your transformation. Your transformation is starting. So naturally, you're going to become aware of things just like came to an end in your life. When it comes to maybe like a specific people, and when it comes to, things that you are like kind of not working on. I'm not saying you're going to stop what you're working on. No, baby, no. Just remember, it's to do with the next stage. So now things need to move on naturally. So you just need to focus on what a natural next stage in your progress in your life should actually be, because this is the beginning of your own transformation, which means that the certain cycle is coming to an end, and whenever there is a certain old cycle coming to an end, the new cycle is about to begin. So a lot is going to be on your mind, a lot of inspiration, a lot of plans. So this is all going to be natural, but at the same time, because you're going through the process of transformation, this is not the right time to invest big time into something. Like if you are lucky enough to buy something big, something huge, something enormous, this is not the right, sorry, this is not just a little baby burp. This is not the right time to actually invest big time. You can invest after the 23rd of October, but in between the 17th and the 23rd, no baby, no. Okay, so because you're going through your own transformation, and only a couple of days after that moment in time, someone who is so close to you, someone who is so important to you, certain person, whether this is a family member, a friend, or somebody very close to you, it's just going to tell you something. Do you know what? You are like you're gorgeous. Yeah, of course, yeah. Now, you have your friend or somebody very close to you, it's going to tell you like that, there is a different energy around you, that they can tell that you are changing, that they can tell that your vibration is much, much better, that they can tell that something is different about you. And then you're going to be like, yeah, baby. And this is coming from someone who is actually really kind of very close to you. And then that in itself is going to be such a fantastic sign to you, and you are going to have such a powerful determination. This is going to make you feel really good about yourself, but it's also kind of going to answer your question to you without you asking this person, so it's like how people really know each other, people who are very close to each other, we really understand and we really know each other, and when we really notice a different energy and vibration, it's like, oh, something is going on, something is happening. This is because a lot is going to be on your mind, but then at the same time, this is gonna just really going to inspire you even more. This is going to mean to you so much, because it's all about this determination that you're actually going to have. It's about like taking something on, starting something new, changing your life, feeling your passion so ignited, feeling so kind of strong and powerful. Because when you hear that from that person who is so close to you, almost it's like, oh my God, it's going to help you to understand something about yourself, but also at the same time, it's going to get you going. You're going to feel like, oh, I want to declare this so strong. Something is going to be on your mind big time when it comes to starting like some kind of new project or some kind of new beginning. You're going to feel so strong, like you want to declare this at the same time. You're going to have a courage and strength and a self-esteem and confidence. These are all going to be your signs that you are progressing in your life. But most importantly, you are changing, you are evolving, you are growing, and also you are healing at the same time. So it's about this inspiration, that you will want to declare so much at around the beginning of the first week. Indeed, by the time you get to the mid, and also look, when it comes to this, just a second, where is it? Here. I'll do it for you, I'll do it for you. You see this, my gorgeous Virgolini, when it comes to that like kind of inspiration that you are going to have, it's gonna, this is where this is going to lead towards. You see these oracle cards, my gorgeous Virgolini, that inspiration, this is going to lead towards, look, you see this purity, you being completely 1,000,000% on one hand honest with you, and then on another hand knowing that you are doing the right thing. This is going to reflect on your quality of life, my gorgeous Virgolini, but at the same time it's going to lead towards this. Look, oh my God, it's towards your own gateway. And this does not surprise me whatsoever, because this is also going to be the time when the new portal it's about to open, and this is nothing unusual at this moment in time. So it's naturally bringing you the opportunity. You see this? It's also going to show you the exact opportunity. You're going to become aware of a very, very interesting opportunity. Okay, so this in itself is going to be important, but it's also going to, you see this simplicity, it's also going to provide you, there is also very interesting sign that you are going to have at around a similar time, and the sign that you are going to have, it's going to make you aware of like that it's time to change your life, because you will realize that your hands were tied at the back. That's how you felt for too long. You felt restricted, so you need to come out of it. This is going to be very, very powerful sign for you indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Virgolini, you see this is absolutely mind-blowing. I really like it, and this is like, it's to do with a part of your life, an aspect, a stage of your life that you were so working on for such a long time. So the midweek, it's all about an aspect of your life that you've been working on for a really long time. Whether you are like looking for a job, whether you are having a job, or whether you're retired, it doesn't matter. If you are looking for a job, now something really big is coming at around the midweek. Go for it. If you are like kind of working on something really special and wanted to achieve something, this is going to be a fantastic reward here at around the midweek. Mind-blowing. And for those of you, my gorgeous Virgolini, who are retired, it's also to do with an aspect of your life that you have been working on for such a long time that it means to you so much. So the bottom line, this means to you so much, quite like, oh my God. So the bottom line here is that at around the midweek, there is a wonderful, absolutely beautiful message and information that you're going to have. I'm so happy for you, because you've been working so hard and you've been through quite a lot, my gorgeous Virgolini, over the last 2 or 3 years. And I know for the fact that financially maybe, or in a professional way, there were certain things that were really kind of slowed down, almost as if like maybe, something was affected, almost almost as if like you had to work, you needed to work on a certain karma. Now that karma came to an end. So now this important information and message that you are going to have, it's like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you, because it's to do with your own victory. The message and information that you're going to have, it's going to be connected to your work and the things that you were trying to achieve. So it's to do with success, success, success. You're going to feel extremely victorious. You're going to feel extremely happy. You're going to feel almost immediately open-minded, like what you're going to do next, because there is some kind of honor that you're going to feel about yourself, but also people who you know who mean to you so much and you mean to them so much are also this moment in time, they are going to feel so proud of you and your own achievement. This is bringing you not only a great victory and an achievement, but it also marking a brand new stage in your life, which is going to be absolutely impossible to ignore. You are about to become aware of one of the biggest achievements of your life. And it's happening at a time when it's meant to happen. Because I'm telling you that something was slowed down over the last 2 or 3 years. It was also slowed down. There were so many aspects that were slowed down. So this is why this is going to mean to you so much. You deserve this. This is something that is coming through the actual very, very hard work. And you just kept going, and you kept going, and you kept going. And this, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's your absolute ultimate reward here. You're going to be left absolutely with no option but to take all the aspects that were happening at the beginning of the week. You're going to be thinking about everything. And now you're going to be left with absolutely no choice, no option but to move on. Because naturally, my gorgeous Virgolini, you know, it's like all about you understanding that you're going to find yourself on a spiritual quest when now you're just going to kind of want to move on like there is no tomorrow. You're going to be thinking about a massive giant, a million-mile step that you're going to need to make here. You will find yourself on a spiritual quest, and you are really going to make such a important, like, final decision. It's the final countdown. Final decision you're going to need to make here, like when it comes to you moving on. But you are going to feel very spiritual, and you will know that this is the right thing to do. And there is also going to be again someone in your life who is going to confirm this to you. I'm not saying that you need to kind of talk to people to get a confirmations. No, baby, no. I'm talking about the beautiful people in your life who are going to confirm something to you as well. Oh my God, that's amazing, you know. And just by them saying it's amazing, you will know that maybe there's certain elements that you were still like, oh my God, it's to do with making a big step, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is just going to contribute so much. This is your justice. My gorgeous Virgolini, this is your justice. Like, oh my God, this is an important stage. And at the same time, it's bringing you such a huge vibration, a very, very powerful vibration into your life. Okay, the balance is about to change, but in the best possible way. And also, look at this. The balance is about to change in the best possible way, my gorgeous Virgolini, but at the same time, you know, just remember that there is someone, again, forgiveness. You see, it's someone that's going to be on your mind, and this is also going to surprise you at around a similar time. You're going to feel very angry about someone from a long time in your past. Just remember, I know it's annoying, it's really boring, but when you remember them, when someone, you feel so angry about someone, and this is going to surprise you, like, where this person is coming to my mind, someone who did something to me a long time ago. Just try to forgive and forget. I know it's easy for me to say, I know I always say this, but it's the part of the progress. So this is just a little bit of a challenge that you're going to need to make in order to get to the biggest fulfillment of your life. And the last part of this week, my gorgeous Virgolini, is just like, oh my God, you know what? You are literally, this is such a mind-blowing week. You see how it starts with the tower, bye darling. You see what I mean? But how it ends up, like you really wanted to have a celebration. You are gonna come to terms with something here, and all these decisions that you're gonna make, you know, it will make you feel so optimistic and so happy about yourself. But that's not why you're gonna have a celebration. The reason why you're gonna have a celebration is to do with an aspect of your life that you wanted to make happen, you know, something that you were thinking about, but you just didn't wouldn't know how you can make the certain aspect of your life to happen. Almost like if you were like kind of stuck in the past purely because you couldn't kind of revive the certain part of you. And the certain part of you that you wanted to revive can only be done by you like really bringing the certain aspect and certain element into your life, which did create a bit of a problem. So it's you constantly having a something on your mind, how you're going to do this, how you're going to get there. There you go. I can explain like that. So it's to do with a certain problem being on your mind that was really kind of preventing you to move on. But it's a lot to do. It's like something constantly being on your mind, how you can get there and how you can do something like that. And because it was on your mind for such a long time, almost like it graves in itself, you know, within our subconscious mind, you know what I mean? That vibration can be very kind of toxic in a certain way, because when you're kind of constantly thinking, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that, it's about you wanting to do something so badly, especially over the last 3 or 4 months, like there is no tomorrow, and that created a certain problem. So now the information that you're going to have at the end of the week, it's really going to kind of bring such a powerful conclusion. You will know exactly what you need to do, and this is why you will want to have you will feel like you want to have like a celebration indeed. And then couple of days after that moment in time, you are gonna wake up. Couple of days after that moment in time, you are gonna wake up in the morning, and there is something going to be on your mind from the very first thing in the morning. Something is going to be on your mind, and it's going to surprise you, and you're going to feel very keen and very eager to like kind of explore something, to find out a bit more about something, to investigate something. And this is also coming from you feeling extremely optimistic, but it's not to do with something that is on your mind for the first time. This is to do with you realizing that there was something, you know, an aspect of your life that you wanted to kind of explore, you wanted to try, but then you were just kind of worried like it's not the right time. So a couple of days after that, something is going to be on your mind, and you will feel like you're going to wake up and you're going to be surprised. Oh my God, I feel so passionate and so strong to explore this, and you should do this. You have to understand this. I know I said quite a lot, and I know maybe it doesn't make sense. I really hope it does. Do you know what I mean? Because it's an important stage. So it's all going to start first of all with a conclusion. And then, you know, a couple of days later, you're going to wake up in the morning, and something specifically is going to be on your mind, like you want to explore. You're going to feel so passionate. That was not on your mind for the first time, but it's now for the first time that you're going to feel keen, ready, and eager to explore this part of your life. I can't express this more, because when we wake up in the morning, you know, we are still, our subconscious mind is like kind of take over. We travel, we have astral projections and all that. So this is why we have these sacred things on our mind. So it's going to like kind of, you're going to feel very kind of passionate to explore something, and that in itself, it's very important to go for, because something mind-blowing is going to actually take place within the next few days, because you are going to explore exactly this, which is going to make you feel even more optimistic, even more positive, and you're going to realize, oh my God, some kind of like a really bright, mind-blowing prospects that you weren't aware of before. These mind-blowing prospects, you are going to realize as the time goes by that are having absolutely unlimited possibilities. First of all, it's going to be just bright prospects, and then you're going to think it's limited, isn't it? And then as the time goes by, you're just going to start realizing more, learning more about yourself, about your life, about your spirituality, about your spiritual journey, and you are going to be left with no option but to actually start some kind of a project, that project which is going to be connected to this. At the same time, you're also going to become fully aware of something that was kind of hidden away from you, or something that was hidden from you, which is really going to contribute towards you making an important choice here, which otherwise you would find actually rather difficult. But because you're going to find out something that was hidden from you, you know what I mean? Something is going to be exposed, some kind of revelation. This is only going to come like a big mama, like at the best possible time, because it's going to help you to make a choice that you would otherwise otherwise find difficult. It's going to make your mind strong, okay? And it's also going to put you in the mode of you wanting to seek through, truth. And at the same time, this is bringing you clarity, and it's also kind of like going to make you aware of the importance of being a leader in your life and putting your foot down when you when you feel a need to put your foot down. And also there is a very, very wise advice. You're gonna get a really extremely wise advice by somebody at the end of the week, by a person who's very powerful, by a person who is ridiculously experienced, by a person who is very quirky, but there is something like kind of very authoritative about that person anyway. So that person is extremely, extremely smart and extremely fair and extremely ethical. That's exactly how you're going to think about that person. And this particular person is someone in your life who is actually going to give you a mind-blowing advice, which is going to make you aware of that the worst stage of your life is over. And it's not only that, through that advice, you're also going to realize a variety of options at this moment in time, which is going to bring you hope and when you need it the most. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Virgolini. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.